What you watching? What you watching? What are you talking about?
What are you watching? I'm watching what you watching.
What you watching?
Because I'm watching what you watching more than once because you're always what you're sleeping.
That's true.
Any of you other empty nesters out there that watching one episode more than once, please raise your hand. Because that's exactly what I end up doing. I watch every episode about 3 times. So, I learn and I pick up things every different time though.
We have to watch with subtitles though, because we usually can't understand what anybody's saying.
And then I can't hear. So then we ended up doing the what, like that. So we watch every episode more than once. We watch it with subtitles.
Well, now I can't watch
hear
it without subtitles. Like, I don't have a hearing problem. I have a sight problem. An attitude problem.
Yeah.
But I don't definitely have an attitude problem.
So Stephanie is this close to the TV. I'm back like this. I can't hear, she can't see. And
now
we're good to
when
go.
I watch TV, I watch the subtitles instead of watching the characters. So now I have to train myself not to watch the subtitles because I can't see facial expressions. It's a problem. We went to the movies. I'm like, where's the subtitles?
I think that's a really good observation because they should actually have an opportunity to put on subtitles on a movie. Then you'd be able to be like you're at home.
Or you could have earphones.
Yeah, you could do that. Or just plug it into your phone and you could hold your phone up right up to the...
When I was growing up, my dad would always go to bed later than my mom. And he'd play the TV really loud. So back in the 70s, I would go in their room and my mom would be asleep and my dad would have these giant earphones and then an extension cord and a curly cord hooked into the TV. And that's how he watched TV in bed. And now Zeus does it, but with a Bluetooth.
I do it with Bluetooth. I wear headphones, Steph goes to sleep, I sit there and watch, or I use it with my iPad. That's how I catch up on all the upcoming stuff for what you're watching, so we can make sure and be really well versed on everything.
Remember when you were getting married and they said,
don't have a TV in your bedroom?
Yeah.
It'll ruin the romance.
Yeah. I don't think it has.
I guess it depends on what you watch. Okay, so what are we watching this week?
We were watching The Morning Show. And who's in The Morning Show, Stephanie Pelusis?
Reese Witherspoon plays Bradley. Jennifer Anniston plays Alex Levy.
Correct.
And Steve Carell plays...
Mitch Kessler.
Mitch Kessler.
And who plays producer Chip? Do you know that?
Not
That's
idea.
a bonus question.
Billy Crudup. No, Billy Crudup plays the head of the studio.
He plays Corey Ellison.
What's his name?
Billy Crudup. How did you know that?
He's just a really good actor. And
He is
I
amazing.
Googled him.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's one of those standout guys on the show that you get mesmerized and you just get trained on watching him because he's so good in it.
Yeah.
And there's one other person, one other character,
Who?
producer Chip.
What's his name?
Mark Duplass.
Okay. Have we seen him before?
I haven't seen him. Here's the thing. Mark, if you're watching, I'm sure you're not. But if you're watching...
I'm sure you are.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you have been working since you were 5 doing commercials. So just take that for what it's worth. We have no idea what we're doing, but we're talking about you.
Yeah.
And we want to make sure that you get the due... I was going to say the due serve, but that doesn't make
process?
Due process, thank you. Due serve. You want to be due served. Anyway, want to talk about what the show is about?
Or we could get right to what irritates us.
Hey, Stephanie, what irritates you?
I do like Jennifer Aniston, but she has one emotion, and it's breathing. And when she's nervous, when she's mad,
it's really different than what it may appear to you.
reminds me of Lamaze. So all of you women out there, you know what I'm talking about. All you empty nesters, we've all given birth.
And all you guys out there, if you've been in the coach's room, you bring a lot of snacks.
You bring a lot of snacks.
Yeah. You want to tell them about the time that I thought you were having a contraction?
Yes, but I will have to tell you about bringing snacks. We're not going to talk about the morning show. Did you get it?
We will. We will. Well, I'll tell you. I'll give you a quick brief overview. The morning show is about these two women who are co-anchors on a morning show. It's kind of a go behind the scenes of what actually happens, but The thing that's incredible is they start really getting into the characters, and the characters are from different walks of life, and one has been extremely successful. One is coming from a local news station that has been trying forever to get moved to that, large network, and she gets her break.
I will have to tell you, since we brought it up, I was having a contraction, and Zeus screwed around in Lama's class the whole time.
I don't even know about
that. He didn't listen, he cracked jokes.
I don't even know about that.
And the lady that was leading the Lama's class was like, okay, I'm tired of you being the class clown, so next week you are gonna bring your coach's bag and share it with the group. So Zeus, of course, brings a suitcase with wheels for his coach's bag, and he's got like a boom box.
I didn't screw around.
Because you're supposed to have music.
Soothing music. So what
happened when the real event happens? Somebody is not prepared. Somebody doesn't know their role.
We had eaten all the snacks.
Yeah, and somebody didn't know their role. So I'm doing a contraction, and I'm like, ugh. And Zeus is like, oh my God, it's a contraction. And he's leaning in and he's breathing, come on, babe, you can do it. And I'm screaming, and he's like, it's a big one.
Louder and louder.
It's a big one. I go, you're squeezing my freaking hand. Are you kidding me?
Jesus.
And he was leaning on the bar in between my hand, and he was so into it, like being my coach. And then he was putting all his body weight onto my hand. It was worse than having a baby.
Yeah. And there's one other story. I'm going to tell this.
You can tell yours so I can tell mine.
All right. I'll tell your version. You tell mine first, see how nice you are to me.
Okay. So, baby number 2, we knew was coming. And I'm vacuuming and getting the house ready because I knew what a chaos it was to come home from baby 1. So I wanted the house to be clean when I came home from baby 2. Cleaning, doing all the stuff, getting ready, and I can't find Zeus anywhere. And all of a sudden he comes out and he goes,
how does this shirt look? Because I looked fat in the last video.
And I'm like, are you kidding me? He was like in the mirror, like making sure he was gonna look good in the baby video.
Well, it's something you're gonna have for the rest of your life. I was trying to do something nice for you.
Yes.
Last thing on the baby thing. I don't know how we got off on this tangent on the baby thing, but you want to tell them about the time that I thought you were having a contraction? But basically, you were like, it was go time. Things were happening, and the doctor came in, and this is like the old days where they're like, hey, you want a mirror so you can watch the birth? So I'm thinking, yeah. And Stephanie's like, no.
You don't want to see it.
I want to see it.
Beautiful, you don't want to.
And then finally I go, come on, get the mirror. So they bring the mirror in, and they wheel in, they're like, and they tilt the thing forward. Stephanie is in the middle of a contraction and looks up and says, are objects larger than they appear? And everyone lost it. I mean, just blew out hysterically laughing. And she's in the middle of a contraction, just by herself, having a baby. And that was it. They reassured us the objects were not larger than they appear.
It was a little scary.
So,
I know that everyone loves to tell their baby stories, and especially if you're an empty nester.
Exactly.
Tell us a funny baby story. Okay, so that was a good one. I'm sure you're going to go out and watch the morning show.
I know I am. So the pillars of What You Watchin' are research. Those 4 pillars make up What You Watchin', and you can tell that we do our research.
Does anybody care? Bye.